Randall, this is a really chilling discovery for free press as a whole. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, well, again, the idea that a app that's basically used by a huge plurality of America, or a majority of young America, that the data that they're using can then be used by the company for, to advance its own interests, or to figure out whatever it wants. And that this is a company based in China, which right now does may or may not have the US interests at heart, is really, really, it's really very damning. It's a damning fact set. And the fact is that we found out about it not because ByteDance and TikTok called us or called me up and said, hey, we found something out, we're sorry. We found it out because we were leaked internal memos, which they fired one employee and another employee resigned, kind of the fall people for this. Whether or not they were rogue operators or whether or not they were part of a larger plan, presumably we'll find out as we dig more. But so they talked about it internally. They obviously recognized that this was a huge, huge problem that could cause tremendous problems for TikTok, but they didn't bother reaching out to us. They were handling it internally. We found out about it through internal sources. That's troubling too.
Let's talk about that. So back in October, when Forbes first reported ByteDance's surveillance tactics, ByteDance and TikTok did not deny the surveillance, but this was their response on Twitter. They said, quote, TikTok has never been used to target any members of the US government, activists, public figures, or journalists. What do you think of that response now?
That was a lie. And we thought it was a lie back then, but they were, again, being very clever in how they worded it. But right, we've had great reporting. Emily Baker White has led us on this and done an amazing job. And they kind of tried to throw us under the bus and imply that we had our facts wrong. We had our facts exactly right. They owe us an apology on that one, and maybe more, given what's going on here. I mean, this is big stuff, and we're gonna stay on this, and we're still waiting an official and direct response from ByteDance to explain their actions. And I think you're going to see a lot of interest on this in Washington. It's exactly what people who are talking about regulator or sometimes even banning TikTok are worried about, and here they are doing something exactly like that. It's really crazy.
You're still waiting for a response from ByteDance and TikTok, but what's your message to ByteDance and TikTok?
Listen, the message to everybody is that fundamentally, I mean, here, one of the amazing parts about the United States is that journalists are protected to report on things. And when a platform that has access to data uses it to try to advance its own interests, it raises obvious questions about the power and who's running that organization. It's very sobering, and it's something we're gonna stay on. But I think you're gonna see a big discussion on this in the country as a whole. It's a major revelation today.